All right, welcome to day 6 or 7. I'm not quite sure, but I know it's not a day. Now, yesterday we didn't get tons and tons done because we ended up leaving to get a lot of supplies. We're doing a long weekend this weekend from work, so we're actually going to be home tomorrow trying to get a lot of the framing work. Anyway, this is kind of where we are. We're still, again, a little bit of progress. I don't know if you can see my husband's loaded truck here, but underneath that tarp is everything we need to get started anyway, as far as wood. And then in the cab is bags full of nails and glue and everything we need. So we are going to be finishing up the tear down for real today. Like, all of the insulation's coming out. We're keeping the walls whole because the wood that's good, we're just going to reuse and just put it in the same place. But we are going to redo all of the interior walls, obviously, as well as the insulation. And we're actually going to do some sound deadening in the walls as well. We are going to be pulling up some of the flooring that we feel like is bad. But the first thing we have to do today is get everything organized because we're kind of in a limited space here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear out this room in here. This is going to be kind of our storage area, and then we can start bringing in our other materials to start doing other things with. We will check back later. This is a few hours later. Much more organized, much cleaner. We got those walls out. Well, my husband got those walls out. This was where storage was behind the toilet. Well, that's gone. Plumbing exposed. We highly recommend to clean as you go. So we're going to be taking out this side, which is why everything's stationed in this slide. And then we've got all of this now stacked. It is organized, it just doesn't look like it. All this is just staying in here. And so we need to get to it. And yeah.
Finally where I said we weren't going. Yeah, we're down to studs. At this point, I just wanted to inspect everything and make sure there was no more water damage to be found, at least from this side. I plan on doing the roof in the spring, so if we can just get it by till then, we'll be all right. Seen a little bit of moisture build up here. It's also near this entrance and the exit for the plumbing. Here's our first priority damage. We're gonna start with the worst here. I'm just gonna take all this apart. Everything that's bad I gotta remove. Spice in new ones. You can see how they even spice them right here. So if you're worried about like structurally how it's done, most likely whatever you do is going to be stronger than it was from factory. Got an actual 2x4 going by here. Got 2 1x3s or whatever here. Across. I am going to reinforce this. Make this way stronger. We got 3 stacks right there. Looks like we have like an inner frame and then an outer frame, so the caps are probably built as one unit. Here's our number 1 damage right here. You step through this, you're a goner. Like she's gone. So we're gonna cut out all the subfloor all the way up to here. Looks like it's damage is stemmed back into the slide. We're gonna check that out. Probably gonna have to pull this slide. I watched another guy on YouTube. Now he got his slide out, so I'm doing something kind of similar. Need to get these panels off here, see what's going on. Good news is, here in the worst corner, this is where the majority of the damage has come from, is here. when you can see light here, but I would say the up here is pretty typical and all along here. The most rotten is definitely right here. Good news is that it's rotten all the way across this header board here, but it does get in pretty good shape up towards the front here. So the damage is centralized more towards the rear. We got roof spars to repair. This one's a little water damage here. Gonna replace that one, and for sure this last one. So we're gonna go 3 deep on the roof from this side. After that, we'll have to get down here and see what's going on. Pull the subfloor up on this slide. The slide may have to come out. It's causing this hole. Since there's no structure here anymore, the weight of this slide is just pulling the whole thing out. And that's not what we want, so we need to get the pressure off that. Happy to see no major damage in the bathroom. Everything under the sink was pretty good. The tub, however, was here. Looks like we've created a low spot and the wood's starting to rot right here. So I'm gonna do a subsection of this. We've got some damage here. This appears to be from the screen that's been missing here, and the door hasn't been shut. We're gonna reseal that. All in all, this bottom board looks pretty good till we get over here. So once I get everything moved out, we'll see what kind of shape that's in. The floor is definitely pretty worn right there, so we need to do something about that. Luckily, this is kind of a small centralized section. It's in between the slide outs, so probably more susceptible to damage just because of that too. Its orientation within the trailer. Got a little more here and this side out, but for what we can see now, the damage doesn't seem to be near as bad as in the back. Anyway, it's about where we're at. Sam got me all organized here. Can actually get some stuff done now. We've got most of the panels. We kept a lot of things intact. Only thing left really are the ceiling panels still, and just pulling the insulation out of the rest of my daughter's room. We're gonna start from the back and work our way to the front in this whole process. Hopefully learn a little bit along the way and make things easier. This whole area is the worst that I know of. So we're gonna start with that, and we will work our way forward. We're gonna peel this end cap back, get it all exposed, start rebuilding the frame, go in and strengthen anything that looks suspect, reinforce a few things. Like I see we could put a couple members going across here just for some lateral support. We could also hang things on that, which would be nice. So I'm going to go in and fill in the gaps where they did not. These are just for different applications, for bunks, just different configurations of the frame. You can see that this right here that's all busted. That's no good. About done with demo. We're going to start the repair process, hopefully tonight. Just got everything swept, kind of got an exhaust setup going here to try and blow out any loose stuff. All right, so here we go. As I said before, we're going to start on the back here and work forward. So what I've done is kind of just gone and marked the sheet metal of where all the supports were for the structure originally. That way, at the very worst, we can put it back to how it was. Now, while I'm putting it back together, I'm going to try and make it better and stronger, especially in places that we need it. But anyway, this will be a good reference, kind of a template on the back side of everything. That way we know we can get it back how we should and make it right and solid again. This right here and that right there are going to be my number one nemesis right now. I'm going to go ahead and try and get this slide up a little bit and in. See if I can see any damage. I'm going to jack up the back side and see what happens, and kind of go from there. So anyway, it's about to get real deep over here, and yeah, good times. Everything's down to studs as far as at least non-slide sections. A lot of this wood on these lower beams looks decent. Get a little bit there, looks treatable. I'm gonna go ahead and go in here, insulate everything, clean up the walls, get them ready. We'll get back with an update here in a little while. I've been here by myself a few hours, so just trying to make some headway and figure out what the best plan of attack on this is. I'm looking at removing the whole slide, and I'm hard pressed to believe it's just these big pieces that hold it on here. But if we take that off, then we're gonna have to recover the slide roof as well. So that's gonna be whole nother deal. I'm gonna start tearing apart this, getting the sheet metal away. I guess I have to pull the slide out because it's gonna have nothing to rest on here. The weight from it's just really tweaking over here, and that's gonna be the number one thing. In fact, I mean, it's opened up so much now, like that's no good. It's a big freaking gap, so we're gonna work on that. Try and get it going. Demo is pretty much done. All we have left is the ceiling, which Sam's gonna come back here pretty quick, and I guess I need to start cutting those out, matter of fact. But anyway, that's where I'm at. That's what we're doing.